Hello, my amazing listeners, or those who are online with me. Welcome. My name is Dr. Angelika Christie, and you are listening to me and on my show, Your Radiant Life After 45, a show for women who want to become healthy, happy, and prosperous. I believe in a world where women are cherished and thrive because the world needs women like you. I help you discover and live your unique gift confidently and with style and pride. So with over 25 years of professional experience as a naturopathic doctor specializing in healthy aging and longevity, and as a lifestyle and relationship coach, I share from my heart and from my experience, my knowledge that has been covering the last 30 years. If that sounds good to you, be my guest here every week at this time of day and this day of the week, Saturdays. Okay, so let's begin. So today, I just share with you without any script, without really being prepared. I want to share from my heart because today is a very, very special day. I am not speaking about religion usually, and really never on my podcast here, on my show. Yet today, I just want to share with you that it's Christmas Eve, and Christmas Eve is a very special day has always been throughout my life. Even when I was still back in Germany, or especially there, maybe you may know, or can imagine how the holy season, all of December, the first Advent, second, third, and fourth Advent, and then Christmas and Christmas Eve has always been a very magical time for me. So since I have 5 grown children and 10 grandchildren, I cannot have all of them with me for Christmas. But whoever is able to come is coming. And today I have my son and my daughter-in-law and my smallest, littlest, youngest grandson from Nassau, from another island, flying in for the holidays. And of course, my 2 daughters who live here and their families. So I'm going to have a full house and lots of preparations. And therefore, I had so little time to prepare anything. For this show, because I was so busy with all the preparations for this beautiful time of year, for today and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Okay, so what I really want to talk a little bit about is family. I made a couple of notes here, so it's not a script, but it's just some pointers that I want to talk about. What does family mean to you? You know, when we are young, I can only speak for myself. When I was young, family was, it was just all the things that I felt that I was supposed to do and was supposed to participate in. And I was always a little bit of a renegade. I was always a little bit of an outsider because I loved horses and nobody in my family loved horses. So I would rather spend time with the horses than going on trips or being involved in other family activities. But Christmas, or the magic season, and I believe it's around this time, around or close to the end of the year, in almost all religions, that there is a special time where you celebrate spirit, you celebrate God or who you believe in and who has really provided everything wonderful and maybe challenging you have experienced throughout the year. So it's a festive season, and the commercialization of this part of the year, starting with in the United States, starting with Thanksgiving and then going into Christmas, is usually a time that is so busy with shopping and with trying to find the presents that you believe you must or you should give to the people on your list. And sometimes we get so busy with all of that we don't have time to really reflect on what does this time of year mean to you? What does whatever tradition you follow and celebrate, what is the deeper meaning of it for you? And for me, I must say, as I age, and especially, I don't know if COVID really triggered that, but COVID was a tough time for me. I got COVID twice, and the first time was really bad. And then again, anyway, it was a challenging time, and it triggered other illnesses in my body. So the last 2 years have been challenging. And then you realize that in the end, it's really not about the gifts, about how much money you spend for this person or that person in your family or your friends. Even though it's so beautiful, I don't know if you like it. I love to give gifts, and I love to receive gifts. Of course, who doesn't? And yet, it comes very apparent to me when I think about gift giving. How much do I know about the person that I want to honor with a gift? How well do I know this person? And very often, of course we know, we say, yes, of course we know it, but then, we all evolve. Of course, a lot of people know what I'm interested in. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and so I'm very interested in health, and I'm an avid reader, so books are always a great gift for me. But then when it comes, for example, when it comes to your grandchildren, how well do you know at what stage they are and what they are involved in and what they really may have in their hearts that they haven't even shared? And so this is when it became apparent to me that this time of year is always a very, very good time and an occasion to learn more about those who are your family, those who you love. And then on the next step is really, that's kind of the fun part, the easy part, right? And then what happens after that is, then you may come upon some people that you may have disagreement with, or may have some tough times with, and maybe don't even speak to anymore, or haven't spoken to for a very long time, or you just resent what they are doing, or how they are being, or what they are involved with, and so you have either retracted or removed yourself in a way, or you just have not included them in your normal loving thoughts. Yeah. So if you hear some noises, I have family in the house, so it's not totally silent here. So I think it's a beautiful idea, on one hand, to find out what is really going on in their lives, and also to bury the grudges, to the whatever you are holding against them. What about starting as a gift to yourself? Yes, you heard that correctly. firstly, as a gift to yourself, to forgive, to really forgive, which means to drop whatever the thing is that you had a problem with this person, to really forgive and just let it go. And take some deep breaths and remember something good, something that before that, whatever happened. And just bring that in your mind. Or just see this person surrounded with love and with light, and just project yourself as embracing this person. Or maybe there are a number of persons that you want to go through one after one to tell them first in your mind, because that's where it starts, and in your heart. I love you. I forgive myself for the negativity I was holding in my heart for you. I forgive you for the negativity you may have sent my way, or that I received from you. I forgive it. I forgive it. I forgive you, and I forgive myself. So let's start a new chapter. Let's begin anew. And before you may want to pick up and the phone or start to send a message or send an email. Today we don't really write letters and cards anymore and put a a stamp on it and put it into the mailbox, right? Very seldom. I hardly go to the post office anymore to look if there's any mail in my post box. I live in the Bahamas and we don't have a mailman going around, so we have to pick up our own letters and posts. But how amazing to receive a letter, right? How amazing to receive a card with a stamp on it from somewhere, from somebody, because you know this person not only thought of you, but went through some trouble, right? To send you the message that you receive, like a hard copy, not on your iPhone, not on your cell phone. So forgiving this person or all the persons that you are holding grudges with is such a beautiful act that is so much in alignment with this season of love, this season of remembering who you are, remembering how precious your life is, remembering your family and how fortunate, how lucky you are to have been born in the family. And even if you don't love your family all that much, the gift that your parents gave you is the gift of life. Without that, you wouldn't exist. And of course, spirit, your soul has chosen this body that you have now and has chosen your parents through which you came for a very specific reason. And whether you know this or not, and whether you are happy with your parents or with your family or not, it is part of your history. It's part of your destiny. It's part of the package that was given to you to come into this world with, to do something with. Learning lessons, discovering more about yourself, learning how to forgive, learning gratitude, learning how you can evolve and help others evolve, become a beacon of light for others, become a beacon of light in the darkness that you believe that maybe exists in your family or somewhere where you where it pains you because you're holding a memory that from your childhood or from a little bit after your childhood. We all are wounded. All of us are wounded. And there is nobody out there to rescue us. We must rescue ourselves. And we are perfectly prepared to do that. We have everything that we need to do this because we have the most powerful divine force and love living within us. Your higher self, your connection to God, the universe, all there is, whatever you call it, is the most powerful source and resource to handle every situation in your life. At any moment, any situation that you feel overwhelmed with, or any situation that you feel you cannot handle, is actually available for you to be handled by that part of you that is all wise, your soul self, that is all knowledgeable, that is all powerful, because the divine lives within you, lives within every cell of your body. But I don't want to go there, but it lives, that power is available to you. And very often around this time of year, we actually remember a little bit of it. When you hear the beautiful choruses, when you see the beautiful decorations, it's all about love, it's all about light, it's all about forgiveness and community and giving and remembering those who have gone before us and remembering those who are not as fortunate as we are. And there are hundreds of millions of people in the world who don't have a festive meal, maybe not even a meal tonight, who may not have the warmth if it is cold outside, who may be without light. I mean, remembering the Ukraine and other places in the world where there is so much suffering. So there is such an amazing amount of gratitude that lives within you, that wants to be released and wants to be experienced. And this time of year, I believe, is the very best time to take a couple of moments to become still and to remember who you are. Remember what is really, really important in your life. Remember those who you have problems or issues with. And then allow yourself to love it free. To love the issues free. And yes, since I am a relationship coach and a naturopathic doctor and a spiritual teacher and advisor, I know, of course, how to go into the past and heal those moments where where pain was inflicted on you, where you have memories of having been abused or having been really hurt. You know, all these experiences exist within us, and they are there to be as a teacher in one way, but also then to once you learn the lesson, once you experience it, go into your self-realization and acknowledge that it has happened, but it's the past. So how much of it do you want to bring forward into the future? Actually, the future is always on that side, on your right side. On mine, it's on the left. You know, usually we go from left to right. And so the past is here and the future is there. So whatever happened in the past, how important is that now? it has no importance, because everything that happened in the past made you who you are right now. So what do you want to do with it? And how much of the negativity do you really want to carry over into the future? Don't. Of course you don't want it. And yet, what are you going to do so that you don't do it? Because if you don't actively love it free and remove it from every cell of your body, from your deep subconscious memory, then you are carrying it forward. You're carrying it forward into your future. You don't want this. Of course not. So coming back to this time of year, when it comes to the end of the year, we often think about what we want to achieve in the new year. And very often we forget to recognize that we may have stuff, heavy weights that we are still carrying, that if we carry that in those things into the new year, we will already be burdened. And we want to be free. We want to be free. We want to thrive. We want to fly. We want to have the best new year. And we want to feel that freedom and the happiness. And you can only feel that and experience it when you know how to let go of everything that hinders you, that you resist. Yes, you resist. Because let me tell you, how difficult is it to let go of something? Let's say this is this thing that you are holding on to, yeah? And you say you want to let go of it, and you say you want to let go of it, and you say, and you may put it somewhere, but then for some reason you think about it and bam, it's right back. But in order to really let it go, you actually have to drop it. You see? You have to open it up. Open your hand or open your heart and open wherever this thing sits and drop it. Yes? That's the only way. Okay, so I have something else written down here. Self-love, forgiveness. Self-love, yes. This time is about self-love, but the self-love is not the selfish love. It is the love that heals the self, because love is the greatest power in the world, and love heals. I know you know this. So then self-love heals the self. Yes, yes or yes. We're not talking about selfishness. We're talking about self-love. Okay, and I want to share something with you that in some of the future episodes, I will come back to. I want to read something to you out of a book. Look how how old this book is. I have used this book. I have really read a lot in this book. And it's called The Impersonal Life. And I want to read you the first chapter, because this is what the book says. To you who read, of course, it's now I speak to you, so you have to pretend as if you read what I speak to you. To you who read, I speak. To you who through long years and much running to and fro have been eagerly seeking in books, in teachings, in philosophy, in religion, for you who know not what truth, happiness, freedom, God, to you whose soul is weary and discouraged and almost destitute of hope, to you who many times have obtained a glimpse of that truth, only to find when you followed and tried to reach it, that it disappeared in the beyond and was but a mirage in the desert. To you, who thought you had found it in some great teacher, who was perhaps the acknowledged head of some society, fraternity, or religion, and who appeared to be a master, or marvelous was the wisdom he taught, and so marvelous was the wisdom he taught and the works he performed, only to awaken later to the reality that that master was but a human personality with faults and weaknesses and secret sins, the same as you, even though you personally may not have been channeled through which were voiced by many, many beautiful teachings, which seem to you the highest truth. And here you are, sore, weary, hungered, and maybe not knowing where to turn. To you, I am come. I am come. Likewise to you, you have begun to feel the presence of that truth within your soul. You seek the confirmation of that which of late has been vaguely struggling for living expression within you. Yes, to all you who hunger for the true bread of life. I am come. Are you ready to partake? If so, then arouse yourself. Sit up. Still your human mind and follow closely. Still your human mind and follow closely my word herein spoken. Or you will turn away disappointed once more with the aching hunger still in your heart. Who am I? Who speaks with such seeming knowledge and authority? Listen, I am you. That part of you who is. That part of you who knows all things, and already knew and already was. Yes, I am you, yourself, that part of you who says, I am, and is, I am. That transcendent innermost part of you, which quickens within you as you hear me as I read, which responds to this my word, which perceives its truth, which recognizes all truth and discards all error wherever found. Not that part which has been feeding on errors all these years. For I am your real teacher, the only real one you will ever know, and the only master, your divine self. The I am of you, bring you this, my message, my living word, as I have brought to you everything in life, be it book or master, to teach you. And I alone, your true self, I am the teacher for you, the only teacher and the only God, who is has been providing you not only with the bread and wine of life, but with all things needed for your physical, mental, and spiritual growth and sustenance. And this is all how far I can go today. So I am so grateful that you have been with me today on this very, very special day. For me, it's a very special day. And I have enjoyed sharing my thoughts, my unedited, spontaneous thoughts with you. Thank you for being in my life. I will have another episode on the very last day of this year to bring you into the new year. All of my love to you. Bye-bye for now, and be well. Always know the truth is in your I am presence.